In a cozy forest filled with tall trees and singing birds, there lived a small brown bear named Benny. Benny loved to play, climb trees and eat honey, but there was one thing that scared him more than anything else: the dark. Every night when the sun went down, Benny would run straight to his cave and hide under his blanket. He wouldn't even peek outside. The dark is scary, Benny would say. There might be monsters or spooky shadows. One evening, Benny's best friend, Ruby the rabbit, came hopping by. Benny, Benny, come quick. The fireflies are having their special light show tonight. It only happens once a year. Benny peeked out from his cave. The sun was setting and the sky was turning purple and orange. I can't, Benny stammered. It'll be dark soon. But Benny, Ruby said gently, you'll miss the most magical thing ever. The fireflies make the whole forest sparkle like stars. Benny's paws were shaking, but he didn't want to disappoint his friend. He took a deep breath. Okay, he whispered, but will you stay with me? Of course. Ruby smiled and held out her paw. As they walked through the forest, the darkness began to fall. Benny's heart was beating fast. But then, something amazing happened. One tiny firefly lit up near Benny's nose, then another and another. Soon thousands of fireflies filled the forest with glowing golden light. It looked like someone had sprinkled magic dust everywhere. Wow, Benny gasped. It's beautiful. The fireflies danced around them, making swirling patterns in the air. Benny saw his friend Oliver the owl gliding peacefully through the trees. He heard the gentle sound of crickets singing their nighttime songs. He felt the cool, soft breeze on his fur. The dark isn't scary at all, Benny laughed, spinning around as fireflies twinkled all around him. It's actually really cool. Ruby giggled. Sometimes the things we're afraid of turn out to be wonderful when we're brave enough to try. From that night on, Benny wasn't scared of the dark anymore. He learned that he could do hard things, especially with a good friend by his side. And every night he would look forward to seeing what magical surprises the darkness would bring. In a colorful town where every house was painted a different color, there lived a little girl named Aileen who loved to draw and paint. She had markers, crayons, colored pencils, and lots of paper. But Aileen always wanted more colors, more brushes, and more supplies. If only I had the best paintbrush in the whole world, Aileen sighed. Then I could make the most amazing art ever. One Saturday morning, Eileen's grandmother came to visit. She brought a small wooden box tied with a golden ribbon. "This was mine when I was your age," Grandma said with a twinkle in her eye. "I think you're ready for it now." Inside was an old paintbrush. It didn't look special at all. The handle was worn and the bristles were a bit scraggly. Thanks, Grandma," Aileen said, trying not to sound disappointed. That afternoon, Aileen decided to paint a picture of her dog, Pepper. She dipped the old brush in her paint and made the first stroke. Suddenly, something incredible happened. The painting of Pepper wagged its tail. Whoa! Aileen jumped back. She painted a butterfly, and it fluttered right off the paper.
is a magic paintbrush.
Aileen squealed with joy. She spent all day painting amazing things. A purple dragon that breathed sparkly bubbles, a castle made of candy, a rocket ship that zoomed around her ceiling. But then Aileen had an idea. I should paint something for myself. A mountain of toys, a swimming pool full of ice cream. She painted and painted, filling her room with more and more stuff just for her. But the room got so crowded she couldn't even move. And somehow, she didn't feel as happy as she thought she would. Aileen sat down confused. Then she looked out her window and saw her neighbor, Mr. Chen, struggling to plant flowers in his garden. His back hurt and he looked tired. Aileen smiled. She knew what to do. She ran outside with her magic paintbrush and painted beautiful flowers all along Mr. Chen's fence. Roses, sunflowers, and daisies that swayed in the breeze. Real living flowers. Oh my! Mr. Chen gasped. How wonderful! The happy look on his face made Eileen's heart feel warm and fuzzy inside. Next she painted a colorful playground for the kids on her street. She painted a cozy bed for the stray cat. Everyone tried to help. She painted a new bicycle for her friend Tommy, whose old one was broken. Each time she painted something to help someone else, that warm, fuzzy feeling in her heart grew bigger and bigger. That night, Grandma came back to visit. Aileen ran up and hugged her. Grandma, the paintbrush is magic, but I figured out the real magic. Oh, Grandma smiled. What's that? The magic isn't just making things appear, Aileen explained. The real magic is how good it feels to make other people happy. That feeling is better than having a mountain of toys. Grandma kissed Eileen's forehead. Now you understand, sweet girl. The greatest magic of all is kindness. From that day on, Aileen used her magic paintbrush to brighten the world around her, one colorful act of kindness at a time. And she discovered that giving to others made her the happiest artist in the whole colorful town. In a sunny neighborhood full of friendly families, there lived a girl named Aileen who wanted to be perfect at everything. She practiced piano until every note was just right. She studied her spelling words until she never missed one. She even folded her clothes in perfectly straight lines.
But there was one thing
Aileen had never tried before: gardening. One spring morning, Eileen's mom gave her a small patch of dirt in the backyard. This is your garden, Aileen. You can grow whatever you want.
Aileen was so excited.
She read 3 gardening books, watched 5 videos, and made a detailed plan. I'm gonna have the perfect garden, she announced. She planted tomato seeds exactly 2 inches apart.
She watered them at precisely 7 a.m.
Every day she measured the sunlight with a special tool. But after 2 weeks, nothing grew. What? Aileen gasped. But I did everything perfectly. She tried again with carrots. She followed every rule exactly. But the carrots came out tiny and crooked.
Aileen felt tears filling her eyes.
I'm terrible at gardening. I give up. Just then her neighbor, old Mr. Maple, peeked over the fence. He had the most amazing garden Aileen had ever seen. Sunflowers as tall as houses, pumpkins as big as beach balls, and roses in every color of the rainbow. Having trouble, young Aileen? Mr. Maple asked kindly. I can't do anything right. Aileen sniffled. I followed all the rules, but nothing works. Mr. Maple chuckled softly. May I show you something? He led Aileen into his incredible garden, but as they walked, Aileen noticed something strange. Some plants were growing in crooked rows. Some were in spots that seemed too shady. There were even weeds mixed in with the flowers. Mr. Maple, Aileen said, confused. Your garden isn't perfect, but it's the most beautiful garden I've ever seen.
Exactly.
Mr. Maple's eyes twinkled. Wanna know a secret? I made mistakes every single day. When I started gardening, I planted seeds too deep. I forgot to water. I put sun plants in the shade. Really? Aileen was surprised. Oh yes, and you know what? Those mistakes taught me everything I know. When my tomatoes died from too much water, I learned they don't like wet feet. When my sunflowers grew in the wrong spot, I discovered they were actually happier there. Mr. Maple knelt down beside Aileen. Gardens aren't about being perfect, dear. They're about trying, learning, and trying again. Every mistake is actually a teacher in disguise.
Aileen thought about this so.
Making mistakes is okay.
Making mistakes is wonderful.
Mr. Maple laughed. That's how we grow, just like plants. Aileen felt something lift from her shoulders. She ran back to her garden and decided to try something new. This time, she didn't worry about perfect measurements. She planted wildflower seeds wherever she felt like it. She tried putting a pepper plant in a spot that wasn't supposed to work. She even let her little brother help, even though he scattered seeds everywhere. And guess what happened? The wildflowers created the most beautiful, colorful mess. The pepper plant loved its wrong spot and grew huge. Even her brother's scattered seeds created a surprise patch of sunflowers that made everyone smile. Neighbors started stopping by to see Eileen's happy garden. It wasn't perfect. Some plants were tall, some were short, some grew sideways, but it was full of life, color, and joy. One evening as Aileen watered her wonderfully imperfect garden, she smiled at Mr. Maple over the fence. Thank you for teaching me the best lesson ever, she said. What's that? He asked. That mistakes aren't failures. They're how we learn to grow. And things don't have to be perfect to be beautiful. Mr. Maple nodded proudly. Now you're not just a gardener. Aileen, you're a wise one too. From that day on, Aileen still worked hard at everything she did. But she wasn't afraid to make mistakes anymore. She knew that every oops was just another chance to learn something amazing. And her garden, it grew more magical with every imperfect, wonderful day.